The last year has been both absolutely incredible when it comes to new releases, but at the same time, a cataclysmic, catastrophic failure for others. We've had very high quality, very high budget gacha games release, and then we've had the exact opposite. We've had just cash grabs release into the genre, try to milk as much money as they can, and then announce an end of service within months of their launch day. It's gotten bad. It's gotten to a point, I think, in the genre where now studios are realizing just how much money these gacha games can make, especially in the short term, and they're jumping on the bandwagon to try and milk every cent they can from gullible players. And in some instances, I call it. I do. When a game comes out, I'll say, I don't think that game's gonna last a year, and I was proven right once again. Papa Stix, the bringer of gacha game death, called it once more. We're gonna talk about 4 different games in this video, beginning with Mirren Star Legends. On the 26th of February, it was confirmed that the game was going to be shutting down. When I did a dedicated video on this, I don't even remember when this game was released. Several months ago, I stated it was not good. I think I pointed out that Crunchyroll, by extension of it being released onto Crunchyroll, it was probably going to end up being a cash grab. It was going to be low effort, like a lot of Crunchyroll games are. I said the story wasn't very good. I said the gameplay itself was kind of unintuitive and clunky. I said the character models looked fine, but outside of the character models, nothing else about the game stood out. And there were players that disagreed with me, said the game was great and it was going to do well. And then just several months later, this happened. The game did not do well. The game did not do well at all. It did so poorly, in fact, that they announced within just several months of releasing that they would be shutting down. After careful consideration, we made a difficult decision. It really wasn't very difficult. Now, it was evident for anyone that played this game with half a brain that it was going to shut down. To sunset Mirren Star Legends on March 31st, 2026. We cannot thank you enough for the incredible enthusiasm and support you've given the game over its lifetime. Here was my tweet calling it low-effort, subpar game published by Crunchyroll. I also pointed out that it should be a lesson to other developers. If they want the game to succeed, just make a good game, which isn't hard. It really isn't. There have been multiple different gacha games that have been pretty good quality that have released over the last, like half a year. This evidently was not one of them. And I think Crunchyroll, being Crunchyroll, are just going to keep licensing and publishing these subpar games and shutting them down just as quickly as they're produced, because they make millions of dollars and then they could just churn and burn it. Okay, let's release another one, make a few million easy dollars, shut it down, launch a new one, few million easy dollars, and rinse and repeat. And that is genuinely and honestly a shame. Then there is Black Beacon. I did a dedicated video just earlier today on this as of posting this video, but it'll be yesterday as of the video going live. But the global version shut down last year, several months ago. And then I stated, I do not think China will last. I'm pretty sure verbatim what I said was, I do not think Black Beacon China will get a version 1.4. I said it will be lucky if they do. And you know what happened? Black Beacon China decided to release version 1.3, which is a whole version more than Global got. And you know what happened after they released version 1.3? They announced they were shutting down, no longer going to be continuing to develop the game, which means there will be no version 1.4. Yep. Papa Stix, you called that one too. Yes, I did. I called that Black Beacon was going to shut down, and then I called version 1.4 was not going to happen. And I said that the game would shut down before 1.4, and it did. It's almost like I prophesized this. They might as well just call me a prophet at this juncture. But Black Beacon was a fun game, ruined by mismanagement. Now, I will give them kudos here. They are going to keep what is effectively an offline version of the game up for Chinese players, so Chinese players can continue to log in and relive and re-experience the content that they'd already completed and consumed. Global players get shafted here. They get absolutely nothing. Game's gone for good. But the Chinese version is going to remain online and active and available for Chinese players for I don't know how long. But kudos to them. Kudos and credit where credit is due. That's actually really good, and I wish more studios would do that. Yo, I don't mean to interrupt the video, but I need to take a moment here to thank all my incredible patrons over on Patreon whose support continues to allow for me to do regular videos like this every single day on this channel. Thank y'all so much, including our YouTube channel members. You guys mean the world to me. So do you guys as viewers as well. Now, without further ado, let's continue. Another gacha game that actually just released, I think like a week and a half ago, Star Sailors. Now this right here, this could have been a fun game, but it's not. It's really not. I think I did a video on it. Where was it? March 2nd, so just a few days ago. And I pointed out that the game just spent more time offline than it did online. They released the game in North America, and I think it was Indonesia, in this half-assed, like, early access state. And global players, or, you know, North American players and Indian players got into the game, started playing it, realized, oh, we can't do anything. There's so much lag. There's so many bugs. There's so many crashes happening. They decided to bring the game down. They started doing rollbacks, maintenances, and literally a week and a half later, the entirety of the game's life cycle so far, they are still going down for emergency maintenances. Like, genuinely, what the fuck are they doing? This game has been down so much that people have played less of this game than they have played of it. That the game has spent more time down offline than it has spent online in its launch month. Like, this is bad for the game. I'm sorry for anyone that likes it, but I'm calling this game as well. This will not survive. It doesn't matter that the game is actually a decent game. It doesn't matter. The game has shed so many players that there's no one left to play it. There's no one left to even care. 900 impressions, dude. Over half a day ago. This, from 8 hours ago, 500 impressions, views, that's it. 20 likes, 2 comments, 300 views. Nobody cares. It's very sad. It's very sad. Very, very sad. But I'm calling it. I am. The game isn't gonna make it probably the next 6 months. I will do a callback to this video 6 months from today if the game is still alive and kicking. And I will say I was wrong if that turns out to be the case, but I just don't think it will. And then finally, another Star game, not Star Sailors, but Star Savior, is launching very, 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 very soon. Not allowed to discuss it because I am under an NDA because they are sponsoring me for a video here, but I am excited for this one. I pray to Gandhi that this game does not fuck up, seriously, because I'm very excited for it. It's a beautiful game with fun combat, and I need one of those. I need to play this, and I need to enjoy it, because after Star Sailors being the disappointment it was, we just need something good to release this month. That's it, because NTE's next month. Enfield was over a month ago. We need something good for March. This might be it. I'm hoping it is. But either way, we have 3 gacha games that I called we're all going to shut down that are... Well, 2 of them are shutting down. 1 of them is going to shut down, I guarantee you. And then 1 game that is releasing that I'm excited for. I called, and then I told you also, to add on to that, to the theme of the video, I told you all that Star Savior was going to be launching in March, months ago. And you know what y'all said? No, it won't. No, it won't. I called it. That is the entire theme of this video. I called the launch of Star Savior. I called the shutdown of Black Beacon and Black Beacon version 1.4's inability to actually release. And then I called out the shutdown of Mirren Star Legends ahead of time as well. Just wait for Star Sailors. It's coming. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you're not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.